Hey folks, Jonathan here. On my way to pick up another old car. When you see this one, you might think I'm on the quest for the ugliest American car, but this ain't a desirable body style. But I like oddball stuff, so we're gonna grab it, and hopefully this will be something we can do a first start on. I think what I'm gonna do is put Noah on this, and we'll do a little test on him and see what he's learned. See if he can do the first start on this one on his own, maybe this weekend. So, been working hard on the Studebaker, the Golden Hawk, and been doing some video on it. Just haven't posted anything because I don't have a complete video yet. But we're getting it back together. So let me get here and get this one loaded up. I'm driving the rollback. I put the engine in. Figured we would take it on its first, well, short trip. It ain't a real long trip, but anyway, show you more. All right, 61 Dodge Lancer 770, clamp 6, automatic on the, well, on the dash, push button. We'll get her loaded up and check her out. Well, we made it back to the shop. I don't think I'll have time to unload it on video, but we can go ahead and take a look at it. Got rust in the quarter. It looks like someone repaired this is what it is, and their repair's coming back off, but it's still there under it. So that wouldn't be that big of an issue to fix. This one wouldn't either. The bottom side looks good. The floors on the outside are rusted, just like all the Studebakers where they got rained in. The rocker is actually in really good shape, so that gives you something to work off of to go toward the center of the floor. Floors are easy. Seat looks pretty good. They clean up. Door panels are shot, but good patterns, I guess. Dash, radio's missing, speakers missing. Windshield's in good shape. All the glass is in pretty good shape. The windshield's probably the worst. It's got a little bit of stain at the bottom, that white, but you know, sometimes you got to live with it. But no power options whatsoever on this car. No power brakes, no power steering. And like I said, this is a Lancer. It's a 770. And I do have, missing the Lancer emblems, but I do have the chrome for the fenders. Not too bad of shape. It's got a little tiny lug pattern. He pulled this wheel off because he said that the brakes was sticking when they went to pick it up. He had bought it, you know, had been sitting, and you know, it's just been, nobody's messed with it. They've just passed it around between a few people. But this has got a 4-on-5 lug pattern, 4-inch, and I've got 2 extra rims for it, so that's a good thing. These are 13s, got plenty of tires for it, so that won't be an issue. You know, fair shape. It is what it is. Not a real desirable body style. The door was latching, but it didn't stay closed good, so I put something on it to hold it. Didn't like the way it was acting. Let me get it untied here. Headliner's falling down. It was white, but everything else pretty decent. Not bad for a car this old. It's older than me. So, yeah, there's one place on the seat. Push button automatic on the dash. One of the reasons I got this car is because I haven't worked on that before, and I want to get some experience with it. And got a little bit of old repairs coming apart is what it is. Same way with here. Okay, car hadn't been on the road since '89, and I got to thinking about that, and I thought, well, '89 was pretty late for this car to be on the road. So this car would have been 28 years old when it was on the road last. And I don't remember seeing much stuff like this, you know, in '89, but maybe it was there and I just didn't pay any attention. But I got to thinking about it, and here I'm riding around in this rollback, towing the car, and this rollback is 30 years old. This is an '89, and it's 2019, so you know, this truck's older than what this was when it was on the road last. So makes sense. So we'll get up here and open the hood up. As you can see, all the tires are shot, but we got rims, so that's a good thing. Okay, slant 6, not up on these well. Don't know if this is the original engine or not. Probably had to do some checking to figure it out. I'm assuming that this is not, of course, a 225. I'd say what 170 maybe or something. I don't, you know, I'm not real up on these things. Someone's got the heater bypassed. Someone also opened the hood, and it looks like they forced it open with the hinge stuck down and broke it through the hood, so that'll have to be fixed. Engine is not stuck. I was able to turn it. Still got an old Sears battery, so I don't think it's been messed with whatsoever. I don't know how to date that battery. Have no clue on that. It may be the stamp right here, but I can't read it real well. Looks like an 86 at the end of it, so that could be an 86. There's a little round sticker. I don't know. Old battery though. It's not a maintenance free. So anyway, no power brakes, no power steering. When I turn the engine over, it sounds like the starter, and it could be something worse than that in the engine. But it sounds like the starter's engaged, but it could be, like I said, a rod, or it's hard to say. I'll turn it over and maybe you'll hear it. I would say that either there's something loose back there where that starter's engaged, and hopefully it's just the starter engaged. I did check the oil in it, and it does, you know, it's full of oil. There's no water in it. It didn't really act like it wanted to turn there at first when I tried it over, you know, where I picked it up at, but it finally come through. Let's check and see if our nut filter is working right. Hopefully there's one in it. Oh yeah. You see it's all nice and clean in there. It's dark, but it's clean. But right beside it, let's see if it's coming off. Alright, you can see how clean it is in there. And then if you look beside it, there you go. So that's a bona fide nut filter. Old heat choke. So I've worked on these carburetors before, so it'll be a big issue. Let's see if, yeah, carburetor stuck. That's all right. We can work with it. I think we're going to pass this one off to Noah. We're going to see how much he's learned and see if he can do a first start on this thing. And maybe I'll put him on it Saturday, and I'll keep working on the Golden Hawk and trying to get it finished up. So anyway, another one saved. So we'll see what we can do. I'll give him some goals and see if he can get them, you know, just, you know, wheels and tires, maybe pressure wash the whole thing and just get it started, and to where we know whether that engine's good or not, and that'll get, you know, get him motivated on something, and maybe we can get it running. So there's our 3 of '89, so it could have been '88, but don't have a key, don't have the trunk key. Wish I did, but we're gonna go into the trunk, probably through the back seat or something, and that way we can actually see if there's any more parts in there, and we don't, you know, I don't want to tear the lock up because the guy said he's trying to locate the key for it. But, anyway, bunch of stuff in it. There's our trim for our fenders and 2 hubcaps. I think them are original. And our push button, which we're gonna do some studying, some ciphering. We got her. We're gonna see if this window will roll up too. I gotta remember this door's hitting the fender. There's gonna be some work done to that. Well, there we go, it rolled up. It almost looks like on this car that it's a 2-door, but they wanted to make it look like a 4-door with them windows like that. But it is a 2-door hardtop, so. Anyway, we'll get Noah on it and see what he can do with it. And I'm going to keep working on the Golden Hawk. Should have a video out on it possibly tomorrow. And depends on, you know, the tow and how busy I am there. So anyway, appreciate everybody watching, and till next time, bye.